In future years, if you look up the word hype in the gaming dictionary, you will probably find the words No Man's Sky. Since the game was revealed back in 2013, the hype train has been unstoppable. Ever since that first trailer, it has been showered with praise by Games Press, and the deception from Hello Games to keep things mysterious only fueled that fire. People looked for any clues, even the smallest hint, to help decipher the mystery that was No Man's Sky. Speculation ran rampant as more information was slowly, ever so slowly, drip-fed to us by Sean Murray and other people at Hello Games. The trailers promised lofty goals, interesting gameplay mechanics, and showed an impressive looking graphics of a weird and wonderful universe to explore. It's safe to say, at this point, the hype train wasn't really a train anymore, but more a starship that had already left the stratosphere. This was in no part fueled, as I mentioned, by the obsessive need to keep things mysterious by Hello Games, but people have combed every trailer, every interview with the slightest clue if they had not been so mysterious? Probably, but not to the rather insane degree that we saw here. But people were also being fueled by those lofty promises from Hello Games in both interviews and trailers. Now that the game is out, we know of course that the game has failed to meet some of those promises and the graphics are not what we were shown. Now the gaming world is far from original when it comes to graphical downgrades. The kingpin of that is probably still Watch Dogs, but the crash back to reality for No Man's Sky has been both large and messy. People have been threatened and websites DDoSed, all because of their opinions of No Man's Sky. Even Hello Games themselves have been threatened with death when the game was delayed for the final time. What No Man's Sky should teach us is that despite the numerous occasions where we have been duped with games like Watch Dogs and its graphical downgrade, or the times where we have been shown a quote-unquote vertical slice that is in no way indicative of the final product, hello, Aliens, Colonial Marines, some gamers unfortunately still let themselves get swept up into the hype to an amazing degree. There's nothing wrong with looking forward to games that you like the look of. I myself am looking forward to a few games myself, but in my mind there's a difference between, hey, I'm looking forward to that game, I can't wait to play it, see if it's good, and getting hyped up to the crazy degree where you send people death threats. Hopefully, No Man's Sky will be a harsh and fingers crossed final lesson that the games industry is not above overpromising and sometimes outright lying to consumers, and also not above sitting back as the flames of hype get so high that people are threatened with death if they disagree with the popular opinion. Another lesson that it should teach us, which many people have already learned, as some have already learned not to trust trailers and teasers shown at big events like E3, is to stop pre-ordering video games. It benefits no one but the company. It's not like if they're going to run out of digital codes for Steam, or even physical copies for a console for a popular release. The last time I went to a shop to buy a game and it was gone was 2010, when I attempted to buy a copy of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep for the PSP. And even then, it was the fault of the shop for thinking that 11 copies was enough. Yet people still pre-order, and many people have been burned, not just with this game, but with many games in the past. Now, that's not to say that No Man's Sky is a bad game, or that everyone who bought it was disappointed and felt lied to. Of course, many people are enjoying their time, and many feel satisfied with the game, despite the fact that perhaps some of the features are missing or are going to be added at a later date. But many still feel that they were given a misrepresented product, and they aren't wrong. Whether or not that bothers you is a entirely subjective thing, but they aren't wrong that some things that were promised or at least hinted at are not in the game. And hopefully the messages we take from this are, don't buy into the hype and stop pre-ordering video games.